all-new 911 Lone Star, followed by an all-new The Cleaning Lady, tonight on Fox.
Welcome back to the KOM Morning News on Fox 14. Special guest joining us in the studio, Erin Fletcher. And Erin is the Director of Grants and Development for the Special Olympics of Southeast Kansas. Erin, thank you so much, number one, for your time. But number two, thank you for coming on and talking about the importance of the Polar Plunge that we have coming up on February the 12th. Because while people probably have seen the video of people jumping in ice cold water, they really don't understand. Well, I don't think that they understand the importance of what this does for your organization and more importantly for these young men and women.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Polar Plunge is fun, it's crazy, and it gets a lot of attention and raises a lot of awareness. But the funds that are raised through the Polar Plunge help us to put on programs across the state, everything from health and wellness to leadership, but also, of course, those competitions that our athletes love so much. Everything from basketball to cheerleading. So
what does it mean? What does it mean from your standpoint, and your organization's standpoint as a whole, the fact that the community rallies around these athletes? And you know, sometimes I have to remind myself they're not just athletes. We have world-class athletes in our backyard.
Yes, we do.
What is that community support like for you in Special Olympics?
Oh, it's amazing. It's so amazing to show that the community rallies around these individuals, and they come out, they support them, they show them the respect and dignity that they deserve, and that they also have earned, as well as being world-class athletes like you mentioned. But it's just one of those parts of the community coming in together and practicing inclusion and making sure that our athletes are included and part of the community, not excluded. And
one of the great things that I love about the event is the opportunity to meet these young men and women firsthand. You meet these athletes, you get to know their story. What is it like for them to see everybody come out? Because, I mean, they've got to be looking at this saying, oh my gosh, this is what allows us to travel to the basketball tournament, to do the powerlifting, to do the cross-country skiing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so overwhelming and heartwarming for them to know that the community is behind them, they support them, they are there to help them raise funds so they can do these things that a lot of us just take for granted, that if you qualify for state basketball or something like that, you get to go. Well, not everybody does. And so it's just one of those things of it's so overwhelmingly heartwarming for them to see the community come out.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but as far as the importance of the Polar Plunge, this is your largest fundraiser of the year, right?
Absolutely. It is 100% the largest fundraiser of the entire year. So we always push really hard for the Polar Plunge, for people to come out and for people to fundraise. And I tease that, yes, you can do Polar Plunge and not actually have to jump in the water, but we want you to jump in the water.
Yes, we do. We do. Okay, let's get to the important aspects now that we know how much you rely on it. How do we register, and how are we going to formulate a team?
Sure.
Because teams are important, folks. Teams are really important.
Yeah. So if you go to www.plungeks.org, then you can go there and you can find out all the information about Polar Plunge. You can register yourself. You can register your team. And from that point on, you can start doing fundraising. You can do that through social media. You can do that through emails. You can do that through letters, however you would like to do it, as well as just even telling your friends to go onto the website and donate at the website as well.
Erin, I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate you also explaining to us how important it is that we take part in this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a great event, but it's not just an event. It's an event that changes lives and makes life so much better for our athletes in our community.
Folks, I want you to think about what Erin just said there when you log on and put your team together. This is not just an event. You're helping change a life. Erin, I appreciate it. Erin Fletcher, she is the Director of Grants and Development for the Special Olympics. Erin, best of luck to you. February 12th, all that information online. Let's all go register this morning, put a team together, and help out our marvelous SEK Special Olympians.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
We'll be back with more KOM Morning News on Fox 14 right after this.